to all the city councilors and citizens in attendance tonight. My name is Malia and I'm a freshman at Beverly High School. Tonight, I would like to speak to you on the subject of Vote 16, the effort to lower the municipal voting age of 16 here in Beverly, as well as many other towns and cities across the state. Other students have talked to you on the subject, but you may have noticed that they were all actually 17 and 18, meaning that they would actually be able to vote this fall, no matter if Vote 16 is actually passed. However, I'm only 15 and therefore wouldn't be old enough to vote for a long time, which isn't something I'm really happy about. I've been interested in politics for a long time. I remember being in 4th grade and going to a rally with my parents in Maine, where we were supporting someone running for governor. I then went to more and more political events with my parents as I got older, eventually becoming a self-led activist for issues that matter to me, such as school safety. I noticed that the city council just allotted $3.75 million to physically harden our schools to make them safer, which I applaud you on, because this is an issue that has been pertinent to me for as long as I can remember. In fact, I remember when I was in 3rd grade and I heard about the Sandy Hook shooting. My 9-year-old heart sank. Then, Parkland happened last year when I was in 8th grade. Living in a post-Columbine generation affects me. It does. Sometimes I read the news and see that another school shooting happened. And you know what I feel? I feel sad, of course, but mostly I just feel numb. It happens so often now. Just look at the bullets that were found at Briscoe and McEwen so recently. I'm fed up with these incidents occurring so commonly, and I want to change it. When the walkout happened in my middle school last year, over 500 people showed up. Young people that wanted to make a difference. And sure, we can keep walking out, but our legislators, the people that are supposed to represent us, tend to ignore us. Why? It's because we can't vote. Maybe, if more people in the public school system could vote, real changes on issues that affect students every day would occur. If legislators would listen to our ideas on issues, they might realize that we weren't just airhead teens. For example, one way we can prevent school shootings is to focus more on the mental health of students and creating a supportive environment in schools for so many students that spend so much time there. If I had something to report or needed to seriously talk with someone about something, yeah, I could go to my guidance counselor, but sometimes that just doesn't feel right. If we educated students on mental health and made sure they didn't feel isolated or alone, I bet that numbers on school shootings and other incidents, such as suicides and fights, that are triggered by poor mental health would actually go down drastically. Many people, in response to Vote 16, say that teenagers aren't mature enough to vote. I have a couple things to say about this. One thing is that teens may make dumb decisions, but they also realize when issues are important and serious. Knowing my peers, I really don't think that they would take voting lightly. During walkout last year, for example, to bring that up again, we weren't all incessantly chatting. It didn't sound like a middle school assembly. People realized that this was a serious issue, so they took it seriously. Another thing is that all teens are immature and don't spend their high school years making dumb decisions that we associate with teenagers. I know so many intelligent, thoughtful people in my grade, older grades, and younger grades. Anyways, I want you to know that Vote 16, overall, is a good thing. It promotes civic engagement, allows for teens to get in the habit of voting, and would allow for representation of a large part of our community. Younger teens, like me, are ready to vote, are mature enough to vote, are tax-paying citizens that aren't even being represented. And most importantly, they want to vote. Thank you.
Thank you, Maria.